Everybody, DayTraderRockStar here with you, and a fast little update video getting you ready for tomorrow, Friday. If you're with us today on a Thursday, pretty good day, and there is some overnight news just to catch you. If you haven't heard about it, they approved the debt ceiling deal in Congress, and now it goes to the president's desk tomorrow, where he will sign it. And the market futures right now are pretty flat, so I'm not seeing too much reaction, which, it's hard to say how that's going to play out tomorrow. Could be a sign of something, maybe sell the news. We're gonna find out tomorrow, but that's not going to stop us because we've been just nailing the stocks. Let's just jump into this right now. I just want to go over a couple of things fast. This is Day Trading Radio site. If you're not familiar with the site, this is where you get all the information. I typically send out the. And you hear that?
Thanks for listening and have a great day.
Yeah, have a great day. Thank you. That's our little commercial that we have going on during the section here. But anyway, we're going to sign in here. If you're not a member, if you just go to Day Trading Radio, you should see a pop-up here. I'm not going to get the pop-up myself, but we'll go to dtr.tv/free, and you can get a sign up there for 10 days to get everything and check everything out. But we'd rather you become a member because there's so much more with the membership. But once you log into the membership here, let's just get into that right now, because I want to show you. I have all my records and all trades and stuff that are recorded on there. You're going to be on our dashboard. Down here in the lower right-hand corner, we are going to have our trade alert box. And this is where all the goodies go out. This is all connected to your account. So I did take a put here today. We had our HPS setups, General Dynamic trigger today, anything in the green. Everything else here are alerts that go out, like we bought some General Dynamics. Sold our UNH, great trade on that, made $548, held it just 2 days, one contract. So we got $5 on it. We bought it at about $6 and sold it $11 and made that $548 on it. That was just a, watch list that goes out. I try to put out the watch list multiple times for the week, but the big watch list goes out every Friday for members. So if you want to get these alerts sent to you, and every trade sent to you, this is where you're going to get those. All right, all these are connected to your account. Everything is set up here pretty nice. So let's just jump into the charts right now. I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet because we're going to get you in another winner. This week's winners, again, I just mentioned General Dynamics. Let's talk about General Dynamics. It ends up on the watch list. The watch list goes out every Friday and Saturday for the following week, the upcoming week, and tells us what we're going to get into. And General Dynamics was a midweek edition because I just did some scans. I found the perfect setup here. And you can see off the lower trend line, recognizable channel. What's interesting about this one, too, is you can see this is a quality name. You can see these big reversal candles. And when you had a decent reversal candle, and not to say that this is even a good trend line down here, and you can hear some of the trades going off in the background. That's from the Rockbot. But whenever we have that reversal candle, reversal candles are candles that take out the previous lows and close a little higher and leave a tail, this skinny portion of the candle. It's a shadow tail, and we want to have those pretty big. And when you get those pretty big, like here, that's usually a good sign. And here, all three of them were perfect bounces. Now we're back down here. Not that we have the big tail yet, but we are oversold, and we're on that lower trend line again. And each time we've been on that trend line, except, here, even on this one, we kind of chopped around sideways until we rotated up and then failed. But that's going to give us plenty of time to get out if something doesn't work. But this is a good opportunity to be in this. And I tell you what, even a channel like this, if we broke down out of this channel for whatever reason, it would be a buy signal. And again, that's a strategy that I teach at on the site at DayTradingRadio.com. So again, broadcasting live every day about 7:30 in the morning. I get in there. We're on the air, right now. But I typically get on the mic around 7:45, and we take it all the way to 4, and we trade futures, options, and stocks. So new stocks for this PayPal, PYPL. Nailed this. We nailed it so good. I mean, there was a call from Danny Boy here. Let's move that off. It keeps on getting confusing here, which is, we don't need that up there anymore. But this is where we got in right here, off of this divergence. Now you see the higher low on the stochastics. We got in here. We had a nice follow through and another follow through, and we're just about getting into an overbought level on the 9.3 stochastics. That's one of our reasons. But I think we could actually get a little bit further, possibly. And I'm thinking that the bottom is in here on PayPal. I'm saying that the bottom isn't on PayPal. Look at the PayPal here. Goes all the way out. It was a $300 stock. Now it's a $63 stock. And the divergence. This was our last divergence way over here. You can see the higher low, and just look at the move up from that level. So this is a perfect textbook divergence. I'm excited about it. We're long. It looks great. Continue to hold it. Everything looks great on this one. So tomorrow I'm going to be watching Paychex, Payx, as it kind of has this divergence too. You see how we're starting to turn back up? This is what we call a running divergence. We had a low here, a higher low, and then a higher low. So we had a low here with a low, a lower low, and a lower low. So this little area right here is called a running divergence. And these are very powerful divergences, because they're very tricky. Here we actually had a gap down there, and then held that divergence and pushed up. And we came back, and we're still holding momentum. Remember, this is measuring the momentum in the close of the candles. So seeing this and how this is starting to possibly turn back up. Tomorrow, this is a buy if we break above this 108 area. We close at 107.75. The 108 area is a breakout. That's going to be a clear breakout of the channel. We can put that on the 1 minute time frame. You can see the channel is just starting to break out right now. Right here. You can actually bring that down. We started to get that breakout right now. Actually, there was a little pop after hours. I don't know where that's going to go. But loving the paychecks for tomorrow, Payx. So we got PayPal, we got paychecks, PayPal, and then the payment processors are all been working out pretty good. Here's Square, and Square actually down at this level has a very similar pattern to the ones we were just looking at. The paychecks, not the paychecks going to be the same, but PayPal and Square are very similar. These cash transaction apps and stuff block. So we got Square, we got Paychex, we have. Let me write this down here so I don't. Payx, PyPL, General Dynamics, GD. Right now, those are the top three. Now there is AbbVie, which though we had a great setup here in AbbVie yesterday, we started seeing this start to reverse, and then we came out with some news today that Mark Cuban's drug company is coming out with a drug. They're going to be selling a drug that's going to compete with AbbVie's Humira, I believe it is, and they're going to cut this price by 85% lower than AbbVie. So that was not good news, and that sold off hard in the morning. You can see it just dropped off here, and then from that point on we've been chopping around sideways. Now I'm just going to hope that thing comes back. This is probably a good buy down here. It probably is a great buy. It's oversold, definitely oversold, and it's been beat up pretty good since 154 all the way down to 120, 133. It could go a little lower. I'm not adding to it, but I just want to update you on it. I am still holding my calls, the July calls. I have some June calls, which are underwater. But that was some bad news on that, so I'm just watching that one going forward. Now, I have a list of stocks here that we didn't go over, and I'm just going to go over with them. These are some that I'm just going to go over with you. GE Healthcare. Again, you can see I like this GE, putting in a series of higher lows again, especially with the stochastics. This looks fantastic. Now, we traded UNH today, which was one of my best bets here. We got in down here, and we had a huge pop, and it came back up to this retracement trend line, and I sold it. So we sold it today. That's where we made that $500. Just holding it. One contract only. Now, you can come in here, trade multiple contracts, and you can multiply the amount of money you make. I just had a contract, and It was a fantastic trade, and it's probably going to continue to go. I see this going through $500. And once we break through 500, it's going to go higher. You can see the bigger picture here. All right, so that looks really good. $500 is the high on that, recent high. ISRG, another one, Intuitive Surgical, gap down. It looked great here, starting to move back up. Once we take out the highs, it's going to make a shot right to recent all-time highs up here at 360. I see that coming down the road. Just have to play it right. You have to make sure we're on the right side of the market, not holding stocks, that options. If you're going to buy options in this, you got to kind of give yourself some time, I think, just so you don't get shaky. The time decay doesn't come in too fast and kind of mess up your trade here. And when we talk about time decay, as we get closer and closer to the time where the option expires, the premium that's priced into the option is going to decay. It's going to disappear. You're running out of time. So the value, you start to lose the value. So you want to get to our targets real fast. That's why I like using the options and divergences, because you get the biggest moves in the shortest amount of time. All right, so that is still looking pretty good, and it's one of my best bets going into the rest of the year overall. We talk about stocks that, you want to surround yourself with some safety stocks. ALB, look at these charts that I'm bringing you. I mean, this was a lot of insiders down here. It was an X marks the spot. It was a lower trend line. The lower trend lines have been working great, and now we're just talking about watching this one again, ALB. I'm watching it back down here. So these are some new ones that I'm getting into. Probably find these on the watch list tomorrow. ALB, which we're going to go through them pretty fast. CARR. Again, perfect channel. You see Racer on here. Racer, don't get upset with me, Racer, if I don't give you credit. But a lot of the members are bringing us some good information. I kind of give them credit, and when we look at them, I kind of write their name down and we come back to them. Well, that was a good call on Racer, but now down the road a bit, this stock has come back down. It's basically the same at that same level. And CARR, I like it that we have the rotation in our favor. We had a nice downward channel, and this looks good for an upside move. So there's a lot of good setups that are out there. There is a lot of good setups that are out there. Now, I have Teladoc written down here. I'm just curious. I kind of like this big base down here. January, March, May, and I did have a nice pop today, and I circled this. Again, the circle, if you're looking at my charts, you ever see my charts, and we put a circle in there, that means that this is where we're making our call, that we want to be in it. We can't be in everything, but I'll circle. If you show me a stock and I like it, we're going to circle it, and we're going to talk about the area and why we like it. And if we circle it, we like it to be an entry. And we tend to go back and look at it. So that's why a lot of these stocks you'll see circles on them, squares, etc. So here's a new one, PDD, Pinduoduo. I think that's Pinduoduo. PDD. Interesting one about this one is that I liked it here, then it had earnings, and it had a big pop. Now it's pulled back, almost closed that gap, and then had a big pop today. So both of these stocks, PDD and JD, very similar fundamentals. Very low PE, very low PEG ratio. Fundamentally, they look good, but look at this. Now, JD, this was a call today in the room. I told everyone to get into JD. It looked great early on in the day, right here. Right here, you see where we have the circle here? This is where we got in. And as you can see, it ran up here. After hours, it's been chopping around sideways. This looks interesting. I actually want to check when the earnings are coming out on this, because I would like to hold this into earnings. I think this could be a surprise, explosive move here. That's $34. It's pretty good price. All right, let's take a look at this. If I get my let's take a look at the earnings. All right, here we go. Let's go over here. Earnings Whisper. Here's the calendar. Now, JD is a Chinese stock. It's like the Chinese Amazon. similar to Alibaba. So I want to just double check here when that earnings are coming out on this, because I want to be part of this one. August 10th. So so May 11th. We did have earnings on May 11th on this. May. So that was early. All right. So what did we? This is interesting. Let me just take a look at this. Reported first quarter March 63 cents per share on revenues of $35 billion. Was for 51 per share and 34.6 billion. So they beat. Whisper 61. So they beat. Revenues fell 6.4% compared to a year ago. Online direct sales company in China. Companies acquired products from suppliers and sold them directly to customers, although the website and mobile application. All right. Well, I like this one. I like it. When was the earnings on this? May 11th. I want to go back here and take a look at the reaction on this. So there was a little gap up here, right here. That must have been the earnings right here. And now it's pulled back from there, and now we had a nice candle. I love this one. You know, for a Chinese stock, I do like it. So put that on the list here. And I'm sorry about the audio lady coming on here. I should mute that so it comes on like every 10 minutes.
Thanks for listening and have a great day.
Yeah, I'm going to pause that right here. Sorry about that. It's kind of annoying, I know. All right. Let's keep it going. A lot of this is going to be a little preview of the HPS watch list. Now, again, if lots of people watch the show on YouTube every day, we have an option so you don't have to miss any of the members only show. You can go to the YouTube channel at DayTraderRockStar and sign up one of the options there. I'll show you that in a second here. If we go to YouTube, because let's see here. Let me go to my channel. There we go. All right, and if you go to join here, you'll see there's a couple different options. So you don't have to miss the live streams anymore. I gave a very reasonable $9.99 a month. That means you don't miss any of the shows. You get all the research and stuff. All right, it's a way to support the site. I know there's a lot of people out there that hate when we go members only. Well, when we go members only, you don't have to miss that anymore. We'll also give you an opportunity to get the watch list that I put out every Friday. All right, it's not going to have the alerts. You're not going to get the dashboard or anything, but if you do want the private watch list that I send out, it has all these great stocks. You can take this option down here, and that comes with some other special benefits. And I keep an eye on the chat room and answer your questions in the YouTube chat room and stuff. And that, again, that watch list is really good. Again, that goes out Friday. I'm going to put out the watch list, members only watch list. It goes out to members of Day Trading Radio tomorrow. But you have an opportunity to get that video. You don't get the alert, the real-time alerts. To get the real-time alerts and to get the charts and the dashboard and the news and everything else that comes with it, the rock bot and stuff, you have to be a member of DayTraderRadio.com, which is a little bit more expensive. But here's an option to get some of the research for you. So if you want to support the site, this is a good way of doing it. Thank you very much. We'll move on. Please like and subscribe too. That way you know when we go on the air. I never say this with these videos. You know, I'm not that person. I'm not that marketer. You know, I'm a trader, so I'm always just worried about making the next little buck there. Let's continue on. So we talked about the JD. I did write down a couple the other day, and I'm just going back with them. The Corning. Do you notice the similar theme here? The nice downward channels that have been playing out and the divergence that have been playing out. This is almost a double bottom. Keep an eye on this one. I don't have a position in it, but I'm watching it. It's on my list of stocks to watch. Campbell Soup. Right back here. Starting to like it here. So it's just getting oversold. Now we're really oversold. So again, no position yet, but these are the type of stocks we like. We liked it back here. Very similar pullback with a divergence here. You can see the divergence. How great a divergence is. I have a special course on divergences. Teaches you everything about divergences. Your entries and stuff. It's all part of the School of Stock. And again, it's you can get that at DayTraderRadio.com. You get it as a lifetime member free. It's a $400 course, and you get another high probability setup methodology foundation course included in that. That's probably a good 100 hours of course material and lessons and video lessons. All right, so let's go down the list here. AbbVie, we went over ISRG. Oh, Harley Davidson, HOG. So got into a little Harley here off the lower trend line, right here. You can see it's circled. And again, another reason. We were getting these reactions off the trend lines. It's not too hard. It's not rocket science. We're waiting for our setups. We have patience. So, the fundamentals are there. I don't mind this pullback. I'm looking for a retest of the 36 area. So this is a nice area down here to be in this. Harley Davidson. And then we have, well, this one we were in. This was, again, was a best bet. Was sent out. Best bets I typically put out there as a best bet. And we talk about it, and that was a best bet right here. And look at the move. I mean, that was beautiful. That was perfect. And what does that look like? Does it look like a lot of stocks that we're getting into right now? Especially one that could be a best bet. You know, the PayPals, the PayX here. We're going to put PayX. This is a little different. I tried to get through the trend lines, pulled back. I want to watch this one tomorrow. This was a possible best bet tomorrow. So I want to write that down. Well, I won't even write it. I'm just saying it right there. Best bet tomorrow. Now, I have some other ones here. I don't want to waste your time. These are going to go on the watch list tomorrow. There's quite a few of them. All right, these are my my S&P 500 stocks. A lot of these, like Chubb Corporation, are setting up here good. ECL. There's a lot. I mean, even Procter & Gamble for the first time in a long time has been coming down to a rising trend line. Look at these. These are really good levels. I'm going to have to circle that one for you right there, live. Circled live for you. Yum Brands, big pop on that. PGR, again, I'm going to be going over these tomorrow on the show. Raytheon making the list here. I wrote that, I circled that there just to kind of track it to see what happens when earnings came out, and earnings gapped that one down. But that's going to be it. I want to get you ready. So tomorrow, PAYX, PYPL, General Dynamics, GD, JD, which I love. Those are the 4 best bets. If we want to call them a best bet, I want to put the Paychex, PAYX, on the top of the list. All right. We'll see what happens with the AbbVie. Maybe we'll get a miracle bounce. And anything else that pops up on the list, especially when it comes to earnings, could be a runner. Again, we'll be broadcasting live tomorrow from about 7:45 to 4 o'clock all day long. So check out DayTraderRadio.com. Like and subscribe to the video. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me through the video, or you can head over to Day Trader Radio, or you can email me at ironaction@yahoo.com. I'll see you guys in the market. Have a great day and a good weekend coming up here.